and anointed him. And they clapped their hands and said, God say the king. God ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay? Because this is all. Listen, if we go to chapter 11 and start back here. And when Athaliah, the mother of Ahaziah, saw that her son was dead, she arose and destroyed all the seed royal. But Jehoshaphat, the daughter of King Joram, sister of Ahaziah, took Joash, the son of Ahaziah, and stole him from among the king's sons, which were slain. See, you see? Do you see what I'm talking about? All through this book, all through the damn book, one after another, just atrocious shit, one after atrocity, mayhem, betrayal, kill the king kids so they won't, all this old stuff, just like what's going on. And now you guys murdering our children, and you have a problem when I address that. And I'll just come flat out and show you the things I just showed you. Police brutality, World War I, World War II, all the shit. Shit flying around, UFOs everywhere. Everything I've been showing you is because I'm trying to show you that there's more than this. This is garbage. This has messed your mind up. This book makes people look at me and hate me because I pointed out. And this book said that Sarah was a prostitute. I didn't say that. This book said that. This book says that Sarah and Abraham went into Egypt, and Sarah slept around with all those Egyptian wealthy men, and when they found out that she was married to Abraham, they were so ashamed that they had been buying coochie from a married woman that they let her keep all the wealth she accumulated, but her and Abraham had to leave, but they left wealthy. So Abraham and Sarah went into Egypt broke. They didn't have any money. That's why he told her, lie and say that you're my sister, because surely if they know you're my wife, for you are so beautiful, they will kill you for the desire of you. So not only did he get her to go along with saying she was his sister, she sold some pussy. Don't get mad at me for pointing it out, because they didn't have no sheep and cattle and all that stuff when they got there that they left with. And the only one thing that we all is very 100% sure went down while he was there, and that was Sarah being favored highly by the kings. So now here are these kings. Let's see what they up to. In the 7th year, Jehoiada fetched the rulers over hundreds and the captains and the guards, and brought them to him and to the house of the Lord, and made a covenant with them, and took an oath for them in the house of the Lord, and showed them all the king's sons. And he commanded them, saying, this is the thing ye shall do. A third part of you that enter in on the Sabbath shall even be keepers of watch of the king's house. And the third part shall be at the gate of Sir, and the third part at the gate behind the guards. So shall ye keep the watch of the house, that it is not broken down. And 2 parts of all ye that go forth on the Sabbath, even they shall keep the watch of the house of the Lord about the king. And ye shall compass the king round about, every man with his weapon in his hand. And he that cometh within the ranges, let him be slain. And be ye with the king as he goeth out, and as he cometh in. And the captains over the hundreds did according to all things that Jehoiada and the priests commanded. And they took every man his man that were to come in on the Sabbath with them that should go out on the Sabbath, and came to Jehoiada the priest, and to the captains over hundreds did the priests give King David spears and shields that were in the temple of the Lord. And the guards stood, every man with his weapons in his hand, round about the king, from the right corner of his temple to the left corner of the temple, along by the altar and the temple. And he brought forth the king's sons, and put the crown upon him, and gave him the testimony. And they made him king, and anointed him. And they clapped their hands and said, God save the king. See, that's what I'm talking about. All of that protection. You know, all of that protection. Must be a pretty weak God. I mean, because this God should be omnipotent, meaning all power, meaning able to demonstrate protection. You see what I'm saying? Now, if your strength comes from an army, let's say that the army gets destroyed by a river, okay? I'm recording. Yeah. Okay. Now let's say that is a river that comes, and it comes up and covers up, let's say, an army that's in pursuit of people fleeing to get away. That would mean that whatever God controls the river that destroys the army will be the most powerful God, right? That's according to this book. Now, that's in the book of Exodus. Okay, I could read that to you if you want me to. Okay. Okay. But now, see, listen. I don't really want to get off track about this because, you know, I don't remember all these places exactly. On the Exodus. But what I do know is this. When everyone was claiming to be in bondage in Israel, at the rule, I should say in Egypt, at the control of these pharaohs, that is not really the truth of what was going on. There was no one that left out of Egypt from being under bondage. Okay? I'm going to prove something else to you. It says, when thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and seest horses and chariots, and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them, for the Lord thy God is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And it shall be, when ye are come nigh into the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemies. Let not your heart faint, fear not, and do not tremble, neither be ye terrified because of them. For the Lord your God is he that goes with you to fight for ye against your enemies, to save you. Well, why do you have to go? Why don't your God just go? Why don't you just sit home and say, I'm going to sit in the wind? I ain't got time for all that shit. Trying to go down there and do all that. Getting all these people together and all these bullets and swords and horses and grain and all these stupid ass people, soldiers shooting each other, hanky-panky and all this, stealing from each other. Gotta sleep on the damn ground and it's cold. I ain't doing that. I'm just gonna send the elements to do that. Wicked ass people. Now, on one hand, you can kick back like that, so I'm gonna just send a few tornadoes to get their ass. But then, on the other hand, you got a king that have to come with an army. Well, I guess we'll have to figure out which one has the true power by just writing it out and see what happens. Because I bet you a true king just might destroy an army with weather. This is what I mean. If you got somebody that's sitting around claiming that they have control of elemental forces, I mean, just think about that. Now, I know this is really hard for uneducated people to understand, especially people that has egos to make them believe they are educated. And then someone come along that's supposed to be classified as the dumb nigga, and he says, you know, I hate to tell you all this, but really, you guys are the ones that's dumb as hell because, see, you let someone convince you that a man had a baby. And the whole anatomy of a man should let you know that that's impossible. And see, you know, here's another problem, because they convinced you of that stupid shit so much that you would be willing to kill other people that come along to try to wake you up and get you out of that foolish belief. You will. You guys actually kill people because you want to hold on to that idiocy, right? And then when someone comes and point that out to you, you get angry and want to kill that person also. So what I'm saying is this: Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, so many wise men has came on the earth to try to wake you guys up and get you to think so the earth can move forward, and you just refuse to get it. And so all the negotiations and everything has always been at the expense of the melanated people and the animals on the earth. So for real, the earth is gonna let you guys have this in Jesus. Go right ahead. I'm not even gonna waste time reading it no more. I know that it bores the shit out of me, so I know you guys gotta be bored too. I mean, my intelligence level is just way past that. I hate to tell you. I can't be suckered in by that book because I can't understand it. I'm being honest, I can't. Anytime someone gives you a book to read that you can't understand, you shouldn't put a lot of faith in it. Especially faith that you belong to the book. And then you can see that the book has did nothing but perpetuated murder and theft all through it. And you're so proud to stand on this and belong to it 100% and think that after it started off with this type of history, it's going to lead you to a place of divine rest. How foolish. Especially when everybody on the earth with you right now, that come at you and point out to you the horrible things that this book has done to people on the earth, and tells you that you're going to have to be punished for that if you keep being a part of the rhetoric that comes from this book. You want to kill the person that's bringing you the good news because there's profit and privilege that goes along with this book because of all the theft that has been committed by the people who gave you that book to make your ass easily controlled. Now here's the deal. I'm just going to be honest with everybody. I know that the things I say is hard to stomach, and a lot of people just ain't feeling it because it's too much you have to give up. I know that. But see, there is a lot of people out there that is going to feel what I'm saying. And those are the people that I'm trying to reach. And you know, I want everybody else out there who want to be continuing to live a lifestyle that you can go out, you know, drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, have sex in the backseat of the car, eat meat, all that, you know, sodomy, heroin, crack, cocaine. I don't care. I know I smoke weed. Go ahead. I know where to draw the line at. See, the universe gave me that. So I don't care about, and every day you see that people conscious whooping their ass and they come around saying, we need to legalize this stuff. We can't keep locking people. It's my right, okay? If I want to make a tea and drink it, it's my right. It's a plant. You got people running around there dying every day from tobacco smoke. And then you cannot compare the two, so don't go there on me. I jump around like that because I show you decadence in every area of our world is decadence. So you can do that, it's real easy. But I'm real good at putting them together. That's what I do. So what I'm trying to point out is that it ain't really about nobody sitting up trying to get lost in what's going down. Because the true simplicity is that I'm here to let you know you better really be thinking about what you're allowing to be occupying your hard drive. Alright? Okay? I'm really